this, who will understand what is signals and what is systems? Your consumers, he was trying to make digital power meters. And any digital power meter that you see today in India is mostly cells. You'll see that very small letter. She said, sir, this is the only thing that I learned from you. You see, this is the kind of reward that you get, which cannot be measured in terms of money, but it fills your heart with joy and delight that there is one life which I have been able to. On my birthday or on Teacher's Day, I get a large number of SMSs, and most of them I respond to, but most of them bring tears in my eyes spontaneously, or chokes my voice. One of them said, sir, you made my life. What more reward can you think? What more reward? Finally, ladies and gentlemen, teaching profession is a very enjoyable and rewarding one. One has to have the passion for it to be successful. Teaching profession facilitates you to live a life of dignity without bowing your head to anyone, including the director, the head of the department, and so on and so forth, whatever the powers are. You don't have to bow down your head. You can live with dignity, with your principles, and enjoy the profession. If you cannot do it, as I said, you should leave the profession. Also remember that if you yield once, even once, to the wishes, to the unfair wishes of the powers that may be, then you will be trampled down forever. So don't do that. Don't be afraid to oppose the director or anybody else or head of the department. If you think that he is wrong, and I have done it throughout my life, I have suffered. But I even enjoyed that suffering, that I am doing something for the benefit of the institution and academics in particular. Suffered like I was entitled to a bigger house. It was not given to me, I was superseded. In terms of increments, somebody whom I didn't think equals my record, she was given extra benefits in terms of extra increments. I was not given, but I didn't mind them. I didn't tell them to my wife because she would be saddened by this. But things came automatically. The time constant was different. And ultimately, the kind of rewards that I have obtained from my students, and also in terms of material benefits, like awards and fellowships and all that, I have nothing to complain. I don't think I have done enough holy work to enjoy liberation or nirvana. Most possibly I'll go to heaven, most possibly. Otherwise, if I had done sufficient pious work, I would have been granted nirvana. But I think I will not be sent to hell. I will be sent to heaven, and God will ask me, you have not done this, so you have to go back to the earth. I'll say, with pleasure. And if God asks me, what would you like to do in your next birth? I'll say, I'd like to follow the same track. That is, take up teaching and research. Thank you, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, for your attention. If you have any questions, I have time. I have all the time. I don't know, Sanjeev may be busy. There are two ways of interpreting. One is that you have absorbed what I spoke, and you will try to at least the topic, to try to improve your questions. If you send me a sample question that you said after listening to me by Gmail, that's why I said please note my email. Alright? I'll say either say excellent or it needs improvement in very mild terms. And the other interpretation is that everything has gone about the alright? Thank you. May I have the permission to close it and go for lunch? Thank you, sir. You want to say a word? Sandeep?
For this calculation, that is also sometimes it is not that formula is given, but lot of formulas are there in electronics also. Many things are actually that you have to use some, but sometimes it looks like it is a bad question, but sometimes it is a test that student thinking that which formula
Not thinking, it's memory. You have to do
LC circuit. This is also available. Look that the similar pattern, so he can also memorize.
He has to find out.
Memorize, but he can also get from the literature.
And he has to understand that these are alternatives. He has to understand that two methods can be mixed to derive a third method.
Yes.
These are the things. It's a little bit simple question. The formula from first principles,
From the first place.
not a established formula, but a new formula, then it is excellent question. Excellent question.
Any other observation?
Comments? No?
Sir, open book, as you said, open book or open. I also
In IT, teaching a science subject.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and that also depends the type of the question you are asking, and also the standard of the class, the students. That also matters. So there is a lot of variation. One student is very poor, another student is very good, and you have to make a balance of the question paper. It's very, very important. So that student who is very poor in the class, he should also have something to attempt. And that's also very important. And I think that's why the responsibility of the teacher is very, very important. To look every child who is in the class.
Oh, in IIT system, and that makes the class of two standards. That is high, 3, medium and low. Low is so low that the teacher has difficulty. And you have to come down and adjust to their needs. You have to address, you have to throw challenges for the highest category student. But you, at the same time, you have to come down to explain it at the level to which the student is. And so the IIT system, and in all autonomous institutions, the freedom is that it is the teacher who is the king. He can choose the topics. That a syllabus is given and he has to cover the syllabus. The philosophy is not to cover the syllabus, but to uncover a few parts of it so that the subject becomes transparent. The rest of the things that you have not covered within the inverted commas, the student himself or herself can assimilate. And it's not a problem. I don't know what the situation here at IIITM is, but that is what should be the ideal system. And I was exposed to this in the United States. In fact, what I said was Gulemin's work. Arnie Gulemin was a professor at MIT to teach network theory, first year course. And the thing that he said, I am here not to cover the course, but to uncover parts of it. It is a philosophy that I follow. And my colleagues who followed me followed the same thing, quoting the source. So,
So this is very interesting, sir. But the first slide which you showed, the paradigm had changed. Now, this is quite frustrating for most of the teachers, that you find that student community is highly disinterested. They are not interested in learning.
Yeah.
It is a very interesting case. I came to know this 3-4 days back. It is a first year class. And I think they have got marks not exceeding 5 marks out of 20.
How to treat you?
Now, this community unfortunately is not bothered. In normal circumstances, teacher would have expected that the student come back. You ask teacher, why I have got so less mark? Can I improve? Can I read something else? Or can you suggest something different? But student community is simply not bothered. And these are the students who are fresh from the oven. They have come through a very, very competitive examination. Now, such instances also put off the teacher. If the other side is not interested, then why should I teach? I am sure many of you must have experienced this. That is also a recent phenomenon. And maybe we are lacking, or we are not understanding the psychology of learning, we are not understanding the onset of technology, or so many diversions which are coming.
Yeah.
So this is also a big challenge. And I am sure you must have also encountered this in your teaching profession.
My answer is make them interested. How? Not just by teaching, but teaching mixed with wit and humor. Take examples from ordinary life. For example, stability. Stability, when I explain, you teach route circle, you teach Nyquist surveys, you teach body plot and all. They are all techniques. But the fact that the system can be either stable or unstable, there is nothing in between. The so-called marginally stable, used by control theories, only exists in practice. It's not practical. Only exists in theory. It's not practical. You cannot design a system which is marginally stable. Because a small perturbation makes it unstable. And the whole money that the industry puts on the system goes waste. And I make an example. It's like honesty and dishonesty. And I say the same example. Honesty has a limit. In the case of physical systems, there is no limit. It has to be stable under all conditions, otherwise it is useless for systems. And then anything, any topic that you can think of, charging of a capacity. Routine, you write the differential equation, you solve it, and you show exponential rise in charge, exponential decay in charge. Then I say it is like the accumulation of your credits in your life, which will determine whether you go to heaven or to hell. Charging, you go on doing good work, then you are charging your personality. You go on doing bad work, then you are. So you go to God with a certain amount of charge. And then He says, no, this is not good enough. If it is low enough, then He will send you to hell. If it is medium, then He will say, no, you have to be reborn, like I have to be reborn. You have to be reborn and go on doing pious work so that you can charge fully and you deserve a nirvana or heaven or victory. So this gets the student immediately to, oh, that's how it is. It is not that he thinks that this is correct, by the analogy makes it very clear. Then the Again, the charging or discharging of a capacitor. When you connect two equal capacitors, one is charged and the other is uncharged, and they share charge equally. I give an example of two cylinders of equal capacity, equal height. One of them is full, the other is empty. Then you share water so that the levels are equal. And these cuts and highs, cuts and impression in mind of the students. So make it interesting. Make it interesting. Take examples from private life. For example, systems which can remember things, not remember, which can predict things. That is, what kind of a system is this? Non-real systems, but which can predict things. I forget the technical term. I said, look at the astrologer, the fellow who is sitting on the road, where a bird, a parrot will determine your future. The parrot goes and sits on a particular card, and whatever is written on the particular card is what is your future. I said, if the fellow can predict future, did he predict his own future? Not only that, he also, I said, if he could do that, he could change things. Why is he sitting on the road and predicting future? So, this is an example. I said, don't trust this, but in physical systems, there can be systems which predict the future. For example, the weather prediction system. All right? You take the rainfall data for the last 10 years, and then you can predict what the 11th year will be, to within some tolerance. But no practical system can predict what will come in the future. Similarly, human beings who claim to read your hand lines, palm lines and predict, they are all bogus. They are all money-minded, and you don't trust them. Look, this cuts an impression in the mind of the student. All right, stability, systems which can predict and things like that. So make it interesting. Take examples from your own life.